Sometimes when the world is so sunny and people are a bore, I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner. A place with all my favorite toys and games and movies and more. I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the new episode.
New episode.
We made it to 8.
Whoop, whoop.
And they say, I've been looking on podcasting stuff, and they say usually you stop doing shows around 7.
Oh, so we have a milestone.
It's a milestone. So let's see if we can keep it up.
Okay.
And keep going. So, anything good on your phone?
Nope. I'm going to put it down.
All right, then. Sounds good.
Put it down.
I'm going to turn off my notifications so they don't beep. But it didn't have any problems in the beginning of the opening this time.
It didn't. I'm very proud of you for that.
I'm going to try to not make a lot of noise as I eat my ice cream.
Your ridiculous amount of ice cream. It's like a 24-ounce glass just filled with ice cream.
Is that 24 ounces?
It's 24 ounces because it's the same size as the Wawa cup.
No, it's not. That's not the same size.
Okay, maybe a little bit smaller.
I would say it's at least 20.
Okay,
maybe
so
22 ounces. I don't know.
20 ounces of ice cream.
I'm not one who measures ounces, so I don't know these things.
20 ounces of ice cream.
All right. You,
That's more than a pint of ice cream.
Okay, so we stated it's a little more than a serving size, a regular serving
That's
size.
not a serving size. In those pints of ice cream, there are at least 3 servings.
No. And here's the other thing. Most of this is melted. So think of it as like
Chocolate milk.
Or a milkshake.
Just looking at you eat
like
that much dairy hurts my stomach.
It's delicious. I didn't have it. That's a lie. I did have one of those huge glasses of milk this morning.
You also ate a lot of cheese today.
Oh, the pizza?
The cheese platter we had for lunch.
Oh, yeah, we did have a cheese platter for lunch. Yep, this is me being healthy. I can't even put the thing down. I'm just keep eating it. You just talk, I'll listen.
Okay.
You did most of the prep for this week.
I did do
at the end, I was able to add a bit, but
I tried to add in a lot of different topics.
That's good because I was busy this week and couldn't do stuff. All right, so you wanna start with your week? You want to start with anything?
I can start with my week.
Besides what I put down, I don't really know anything I did this week besides sleep by some stuff and
go to work. That's about it.
Yep.
Me this week, they're releasing a Hocus Pocus line from ColourPop for makeup. I'm super excited. It looks really pretty, and it drops on September 30th, and I'm going to get it. And you keep telling me I'm not because bots are going to buy it, and it's making me upset, but I'm going to get this palette.
How much does retail for?
The palette, $38.
Okay. So, let's go back to our friends NECA and Target. And they were selling the turtles for $25 to $50. No, it was $50 for around $50 for a 2-pack. And they were going on eBay for like up to and over $200. So yours starts at $38. So you'll be able to get it on eBay for like $150.
I'm not paying $150 for an eyeshadow palette, but I'm hoping that ColourPop is better than NECA. Were you going to ask if there was? Or were you going to ask if there's limits on how much of an item you can buy?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is it through their website?
I think they already promised. So usually with makeup and makeup releases,
okay.
A certain percentage or a certain amount is promised to like stores and stuff like that. So I don't know if ColourPop already promised like some of the supply to go to Ulta and stuff like that. Because usually Ulta will sell some ColourPop.
Okay.
but some things are exclusive to ColourPop's website, so I have no idea.
Okay, so you're gonna probably try both.
I'm gonna try both.
Oh well. I wish you the best of luck.
I'm hoping it's both, because if it's both, like Ulta does put like a limit on how much of one item, especially if it's like a sought after item, you can buy.
Okay.
So I'm really hoping that like Ulta has it.
Okay.
I really want to start watching some spooky movies since like October starts this month.
Okay, so
But I don't know which spooky movies I want to watch.
I feel like we watch the same ones,
We do always watch
which is fine.
watch the same ones. We watch Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yes.
I watch Hocus Pocus and Practical Magic.
I watch Space Invaders.
We watch Space. Do you know? I actually saw an event on Facebook, and I was about to tag you in it, but then I think I got like sidetracked.
Of
Like They're doing a viewing of Space Invaders at like a drive-in somewhere.
I doubt that. Really? Space Invaders? No one knows of that movie, let alone people wanting to watch it.
I'm telling you, I definitely thought, or no, not Space Invaders.
Exactly. Don't say
It was
Space
Killer. It was Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That's believable. Space Invaders is not, even though it may be the best movie ever.
Yeah, but I did see something like that, and I was gonna tag you in it, and then I didn't get the chance.
I would love to see in a drive-in Space Invaders or Rubber,
Ugh, no,
but
I'm not going with you.
what else? What other movies? Because we watch. My go-to is Ernest Scared Stupid. But we're not even in October yet, so we're not going to be.
But we won't go
fully
into this
discussing.
until.
But
Yeah.
my movies are Ernest Scared Stupid, Space Invaders. I think that's it for the ones I have to watch. I usually have to watch Ernest or Space Invaders on or the day before
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's about it. That's my week.
Okay. Well, okay.
I do want to buy more Halloween decorations, but I want to know what we have before I buy more.
Well, first of all, we had the guys install the fence this week. What is that noise upstairs? Is that the cat running around or someone breaking in?
That's the cat and the dog running
Okay.
around.
There we go. So we had them install the fence this week, right?
Wrong.
Well, what happened with that?
The guy called and apologized. There was a mix-up with the materials, but he was very apologetic and very nice and said he would try to get us money off, so I'm not upset about it. It happens. He's coming on Friday. It's fine.
That's what he said last time. It's okay. We'll get it eventually, but I can't put... Here's the thing. I say that to say this. I can't put Halloween decorations until we have that, because I built a big spider in the front yard, and the spider is right near the fence. And when they're installing all that stuff,
yeah, no,
they're going to be right there.
And the spider webs go on the fences and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm aware that you can't do anything until the fence goes up.
Mm-hmm. And I still have spider web from last year.
Yeah,
So I don't have to buy it.
because you didn't put up decorations last year.
I think I did something, didn't I? I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything.
That's not true. I had no. The year before I didn't do anything, and then last year, you were like, "You didn't do anything last year. You got to do at least something this year," and I did something.
No, you didn't do anything.
I did something.
This was the year you didn't do anything.
No, that was last year.
I definitely think it's this year.
I'm pretty sure it was last year. I don't know. Who was over last year? Marshall.
Who
else?
Jamie.
Jamie. Okay.
Marshall, Jamie, and Dan.
Should we call him?
No, I don't want to right now.
Was Dan over? Were they over? I don't remember.
That's
much.
where. That's
was
when,
I here? I was here last year. Was
yeah, you were here last year. You weren't here
Okay.
the year before.
Right.
So, yeah, Jamie and Dan were here because that's when Jamie talks about meeting Marshall.
Okay. I don't know. I don't remember at all.
But yeah,
So yeah, we can't put up Halloween decorations until.
Yeah, but hopefully they'll be done on Friday and then we can put up decorations.
Yeah, it'll only take a day.
Yeah, but that's it for me.
You good for this week?
I'm good.
So I bought stuff this week,
Mm-hmm.
as always.
As always.
What did I buy though? I finally got a hold of the Jurassic Park mobile command, which is interesting. I got it for like $100 less than what most people pay for it or want for it. So I got that, and when they shipped it, the guy had when I was opening it up, he had a baggie,
Not of drugs.
yeah, it was full of drugs. Evidently, I'm a mule now. No, it was a Ziploc bag with other Ziploc bags of all kinds of shit. Mm-hmm. A bicentennial spoon, mileage rations from the war.
Yeah, like to buy things like rations, tickets, and stamps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else do they have? Stamps. They had the food ration stamps. Mm-hmm. They had a bunch of other paperwork, but they had these stamps that were old as shit with the presidents on it. There was like a Lincoln one for, what was it, 4 cents?
Yeah, it's
some 5-cent ones, some 6 cents, some 1 cent ones,
an 8-cent Eisenhower one.
So I'm looking through it. I'm like, hey, this guy definitely. I didn't buy this. He definitely didn't mean to send it. So let's see how much this shit's worth anyway. So I'm going through. Poe is looking up the prices, and I pull out one black Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln one. And she's like, oh, that one's worth, what was it, $140?
The Lincoln one was like, yeah.
That was $140.
Yeah.
The
Alabama one was 113.
Yeah, and then there was the other one.
The Eisenhower one was worth like 40.
Yeah. Now, I looked them up afterwards, and some of them were going for like $5. So I don't know. I don't know anything about stamps. But anyway, so I felt bad anyway. So I contacted this guy, and I was like, hey, you left this stuff. I'm not here to steal your shit. Here's a picture. Here's a photo of everything that was in the bag. Mm-hmm. Where do you want to go from here? And I didn't want to be like, oh, you're going to give me a lot of money, so I'll send these back. I mean, I was going to charge him shipping, whatever. But he said, keep it. There's no need to send it back. So, anyone know anything about stamps?
Where can we sell some stamps?
I was looking online, and there's a couple places around here that are...
I'd believe that...
Stamp collectors and resellers.
Okay.
Someone there would know something about stamps, because I don't know anything about stamps. And my mom sent me... She didn't send me anything. She told me there's a collection of stamps at their house that they wanted me to look into. This was months ago. I went on the group I'm a part of, the collector group, and I posted, hey, does anyone know anything about stamps? And I didn't even get one like on that. So no one in my group knows anything about stamps.
Maybe we'll post on like local pages, see if we can find anybody that knows anything.
I just need to know what I got, because I don't...
Yeah.
I know a lot about collecting a lot of things. Stamps ain't one of them. But I think it's cool to just have, like, the war ration food stamps.
Those are cool. Yes, most definitely.
And you're in the history, so
yeah.
it's
like
good to
having
keep.
I like having that stuff. I think it's a good thing to have, like, pieces of history like that.
Yeah. So I got that. I ordered the Bigfoot Bill Earthworm Jim thing should be here Tuesday.
Awesome.
I got 4 books, those 4 giant books. And then there's this... I watch this guy on YouTube who reviews statues and omnibuses. Mm-hmm. So for anyone who's listening who doesn't know what an omnibus is, it's comic books. And they come out, each individual comic book will come out every week or every month or something. An omnibus is a hardbound book, oversized usually, and it collects a series of comic books by whatever run it is. So for the longest time, I had my favorite Deadpool series. It's 2 omnibuses on there, hardcover. Cheap, like 40% off. And by Daniel Way, who is what got me back into Deadpool, was his writing. So they were just in my shopping cart for a while. And the other night, while I was half sleepwalking, sleep doing something, I decided to buy them. So... that wasn't fully my cognitive.
Obviously.
I always come up to you and say, hey, babe, I'm going to buy these. Should I buy these? We've talked about it a million times.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
This one was full. I'm asleep. Hit purchase.
I don't care.
So
I'm
that's
just
a
gonna
new
buy
thing.
it.
I've written a story while I was asleep before.
Change the light bulb.
I'll change a light bulb, and buying shit now.
That's not gonna end well.
Why not?
You buying shit in your sleep. You buy random things when you're awake.
It's the same shit.
Okay.
It's the same shit. But like subconsciously, I assumed that I just really wanted it, and while I was asleep, I finally had the nerve or urge to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So, my custom holster that I ordered in April was supposed to be here yesterday. Bless you.
Thank you.
And can we guess who shipped it? I know you know who shipped it.
I know who shipped it.
So, USPS shipped it, and it was supposed to be here 4 days ago, or updated 4 days ago, and I got the message, September 27th, 2020, in transit, arriving late. Your package will arrive later than expected, but it's still on its way. It is currently in transit to the next facility. No, it's not. It's lost or hidden away somewhere. I keep getting these messages through the fucking United States Postal Service.
I just think that their system is just terrible. We've talked about this.
It's terrible.
They just have a terrible system for keeping track of packages. Bottom line. There's nothing else I could say to you about it.
And that's why they either fix themselves or get out of the game. Even though we've had problems with FedEx and UPS, but not so much UPS.
UPS is much less, and like FedEx is, their delivery drivers just don't know how to like drop a package at your doorstep.
I just want to point out, when we do the testing of this audio,
Yes,
you are so quiet. And then when we record, you get these spikes where you yell, and then I can't adjust it.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's why when we do the testing to get your mics just right, because you're all over the place normally, I'm like, talk louder. And you go from talking like this to talking like this. But when you're on the mic, you're talking like this.
You make me sound like Samuel Clemens from
From what?
Parks and Rec.
You gotta. I don't know that
So
reference.
when they merged Eagleton and Pawnee,
Right.
The Eagleton guy that came from their public radio was Samuel Clemens.
Oh, the soft spoken guy.
The soft-spoken, yeah.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Well, okay, that's who you are then.
I'm not Samuel Clemens.
The splinter from Super 7, the one that broke.
Yes.
Or didn't break. It was broken when I received it.
Yes.
That'll be here this Tuesday. So I got a lot of stuff coming Tuesday, so I guess that's when the holster will come
Probably.
as well. I don't think... Hasbro Pulse Con, I think that's what we're calling it, what they're calling it, was on over the weekend? Yeah, because it's the end of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my fancy-dancy Supreme Cobra Commander. Marshall brought over the other Cobra Commander that I have, who's over there. But this one, I don't know if you've seen it. He's got like gold print on him, a nice flowing cloth cape.
I have not seen him.
You'll like him or you won't, but he's a cool character. So I got to come up with a diorama because I bought the McFarlane Battle Snake thing that's upstairs.
That
So
was the one you bought at Walmart, right?
Yeah, I got to... They're like cheap. It was like $10 or some shit.
Yeah, and when I went the second time after you already brought it home, it was still there.
Yeah. They're not a hot commodity because they're just little kid toys. However, if you ever see the shark,
Yes.
buy it. I need it.
Okay. I'm going to need more of a description than
I'll
the shark.
I'll show you a picture, but it's called Frenzy. All right, and it's a mechanical, weird-looking shark. So we need that. So I got a diorama idea set up for that. I don't think did I buy anything else?
No, I
this week?
think that's it.
I started putting stickers on my Transformers that I bought, but I didn't start doing the water slide. But I'm psyching myself up for it.
As
it's
you
gonna
should,
be
because
fun.
it's going to be a pain in the butt.
Yep.
You're going to curse a lot.
I don't think so. I think most of the problem with that is finding out where I want it to go. Because after all my research, you just dip it in water and slide it on, and it's good to go.
I feel
So my OCD is going to be like, shit, is it going to be straight? Is it going to be in the right place? That kind of stuff.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's going to be a pain in the butt because they're going to be really wet. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works. You put them in water.
Yeah, I can't. They're going to be slipping and sliding all over the place.
Yes.
I know that's how it works, but I feel like the thing about stickers is once you stick them, it's done.
No, okay.
And this is like these are going to be like sliding around. I don't know.
No. Okay, so when I put vinyl on my vehicles, it's the same idea to an extent. Instead of soaking them in water, what I do is I have a mixture of water and other things in a spray bottle, and you spray the vehicle, and then you lay it down so you can move it around.
Your OCD goes crazy every time you put a vinyl on your car, though.
Sometimes. I didn't have that problem really when I put it on the truck, my Decepticon logo on the truck.
True.
But you weren't home for that either. You came home after I was done.
Mm-hmm.
So I could be lying to you.
You could. I can't call you out on it.
No, you can't. And it's too old, so you can't look back at the footage
No, I can't.
from our security cameras.
Darn it.
So that's on you. I don't know if... No, it wasn't last week. A couple weeks ago when we had Marshall and Mikey on. We were talking about Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Rider, not Ghost Rider.
Yes.
Every time I say Ghost Rider, I think
Ghost Rider.
people hear Ghost Rider, and that's not the case. Evidently, it's been rebooted, and it's on season 2 on Apple Plus. And I saw advertisement for it the other day. And it's weird because now season 2, the ghost is now bringing drawings to life and all. So now they got like a pet dragon and all. But I think it was just odd that we were talking about it. And I've heard nothing about it. And evidently it's already been a show that's already on season 2.
It's one of the streaming services that we don't have, so obviously we've
I don't think many people have it.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's worth having. I don't know.
Apple Plus. Yeah, Apple TV Plus. I don't know. But they keep trying to make they keep getting these good actors and actresses to make good try to make content so that people do buy into it.
And yeah, I don't think it's really working.
No.
It's not terribly successful.
It's not catching on, no.
TV show wise, have you seen the trailer for Mandalorian season 2?
No, I'm waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but
I haven't watched it either.
I think I was waiting for you.
Why? To watch a trailer?
Yeah.
Why?
Did we stop waiting for each other to watch trailers?
Did we ever wait for each other to watch trailers?
Sometimes you tell me I was waiting for you to watch this trailer.
I don't think so. That's a movie. I get mad when some people watch movies without me. But trailers? I don't think it's that important.
All right, fine. I'll watch it without you.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so I got nothing to say about it.
I'm really excited to watch season 2, though.
But not excited enough to get the $350 Mandalorian ship that comes with a little Mandalorian and this Beskar armor.
No.
And a cloth cape so he can sit down in the cockpit.
Not excited.
The panels come off. The back door flip-flops down.
You know, some people would be more tempted with everything that you're saying and the list you're creating. I am not one of those people.
But you like Star Wars.
I love Star Wars, but I don't need it doesn't interest me. Like the toy doesn't interest me. I don't need it.
Okay.
I'd rather get like a Star Wars Lego set than something like that.
I'm not doing a Star Wars Lego set.
Why not?
Because it would have to be one of the big ones, and you know the big ones are even more expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Is like 4 something.
Yeah, it's crazy expensive.
And it's huge.
It's gigantic.
And I'd love what's the battleship that's shaped like a pizza slice?
Like a pizza slice.
Yeah, it's the triangle thing.
Oh,
the Death Striker
the
star thing.
Star Destroyer.
That's it. See? That. I would like one of those. But those things are the same price. They're huge.
And I'd rather
we ain't got no spot for them.
I'd rather do the Hogwarts Castle than Star Wars one.
I can get you the bootleg. It's a lot cheaper.
What, the castle?
Yeah.
There's a bootleg?
Yeah.
I might actually be interested because I don't want to buy things that are Harry Potter branded anymore.
Why? Uh-oh. What happened?
Because J.K. Rowling is not a good person.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
She's very, like...
What did I miss? Because I don't know anything about this.
So she released some statements about, like... She's never liked transgendered people. Like...
Oh, really?
She's been very against transgendered people, but, like, she released a statement a couple years ago, but then more recently she released another one that was really bad, and, like... She's defending it. So, like, people asked her to apologize and
What'd she
everything
say?
like that. I'd need to look up the exact
That's
word.
all right.
But
It's fine.
But she basically, like, vehemently said that transgender people don't really exist and that, like...
Oh, you mean that they're making it up?
They're making it up, basically.
Okay.
And she's, like, defending what she said, basically. And the people are really upset, and they asked her to apologize, particularly everybody in, like, the community.
Right.
But she refuses to apologize, and it's become, like, a whole huge thing. So I'm looking at ways to continue to be a Harry Potter fan without purchasing things that are Harry Potter trademarked, unfortunately.
So what about Harry Potter Land?
We're still going.
Okay.
I can't not go. I still have to go. I'm like, I know, but, like, I need to go there. I need to go there.
It is what it is. You've wanted to go there forever. You're one of the big fans.
I know.
It's
just sad that she just, like, doesn't understand why she's so wrong. And it's like,
look, people
and people have
don't
opinions.
listen.
They don't, and, like, it's sad.
They don't. There's no point in having any conversation with anybody over anything if you have a disagreement anymore.
Agreed.
Because they don't give a shit.
I know. So basically,
Well,
yeah.
That's disappointing to hear.
Yeah, I was very saddened by it.
Okay.
But I still want to build the castle.
All right. We'll see what we can do. Tonight we just watched Jumanji, the second one.
Yes, we did.
Now, so when we did the Target challenge, I had bought you Dr. Dolittle.
Yes.
And you bought me this movie.
Yes.
What would you what are your feelings on the movie? On
Jumanji 2?
Jumanji.
I like the first one better.
Yeah, the first one was definitely better.
I like the first one better. The first new one better.
Yeah, right.
Not
We all know the.
We are separating the Robin Williams one out of this conversation because I think that it's an entirely different movie. Like,
no.
They share the premise, but, like, I personally think that, like, the Robin Williams one is not a comedy. I think it's more like a dramatic, like, kid's story and stuff like that. And it's the first one is timeless, but out of the new ones, the first Jumanji was better. I still found it, like, funny and quirky, but just not as good as the first one.
What I noticed was The Rock. The movie was decent. Again, it wasn't as good as the first one, but the problem was his voice, because it was supposed to be another actor playing him, blah blah blah. So he changed his voice to be such. And so he had a weird voice going on, and in Dr. Dolittle, Robert Downey Jr. had a weird voice going on. So I just found I made that connection and thought it was pretty weird that we both bought each other movies where one of the actors we like, the main actor, was talking oddly. Like, that detracted from the movie a lot. I know it was supposed to be funny, that the way he was talking, but it was not up my alley. And when they got to the cold scene, it wasn't for me.
Oh, okay. I mean,
because my actress had to put on more clothes, so that was disappointing.
Yeah, it was just like it kind of petered out. I think, like, it was.
Well, the ending didn't. It seemed like it was just thrown together. It wasn't very.
Yeah, the storyline wasn't.
There wasn't dramatic ending. Mm-hmm. It just kind of, like, petered out.
Yeah, I mean, parts of it were good and funny, but not, like, as good.
Okay. What else? Most of the other stuff is you.
Okay.
You're not partaking in the ice cream tonight.
I am not, because I'm Ooh, what was that?
I don't know what that was.
Sorry.
Your 40-year-old smoker voice came out.
My inner 40-year-old smoker. I'm not partaking in the ice cream tonight because I'm fasting for Yom Kippur.
Now, you don't consider yourself very religious.
No, I do not.
So why do you fast?
For Yom Kippur,
Mhm.
tradition.
Just tradition?
I feel like, yeah, I want to. It's not that I like the tradition. It's a traditional thing. My family does fast for Yom Kippur, so I do it out of tradition
Okay.
and
that's fine.
respect for my family.
Like marrying a nice Jewish boy?
Yes, like marrying a nice Jewish boy.
That worked out well.
That ship sailed. Sailed.
No, I don't think that ship sailed. I think that ship sank.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, another thing this week. We had it today. The Zoom meeting with Bobby and 20 other people. I got on first, so I was talking to him. So we got to come up with a day to go down there because I went down there the first time and we did a podcast, which was highly inappropriate.
Yes, it was.
And you were on it for like a little bit on the phone, but I think he wants to do that again. So we're going to go down there, have some dinner.
All about it.
I'm going to drop off some toys for him to look at and review or whatever. And get drunk and get on the podcast.
All about it.
Now,
I'm
said,
in.
I listened to all his stuff all over the place because he has a lot of different recordings, podcasts, Patreon stuff. And I remember him saying numerous times that he likes to play. He won't back down from like chicken.
Oh God, no. No. This is going to be a recipe for sheer disaster.
So with you there, I want to.
If you're drinking,
Of course I'm drinking.
if you're going to drink and then
That's the thing. I don't drink while I do these because I got to have some kind of mental capacity of what's going on. That's his podcast. Or what? And it'll be one of his Patreon exclusive things.
oh dear
but
blessed Lord.
I don't have to present myself in any way, shape, or form. I don't have to. I'm not running it, so I don't have to look at computer. I'll just be drunk and saying whatever inappropriate thing that comes to my mind.
Oh dear Lord.
And there's a lot of inappropriate things that I refuse or refrain from saying on here.
Yes.
So I'm excited. So at some point in October, we're going to try to set it up to go down there.
Dear Lord.
Brace yourself.
Oh, I can't. There is nothing I could do to brace myself with you being with another person that just won't back down from chicken. We've had experiences with a person that was almost there, but then started.
Almost as good as a game of chicken with me.
Yes,
But,
almost. But then
steadily
steadily started to gain more back downage once he realized
I
that you don't.
We did end up in bed together.
Yes, you did.
But nothing happened, unfortunately, so nothing to report there.
Oh, God.
So it'll be fun. You guys can drink your boxed wine or whatever he's got down there, and he's got a lot of other liquor. But I know you like your wine. They like their wine.
I do like
I
wine.
know nothing about wine, and I don't like wine, so
You don't.
I'll be drinking whiskey or scotch or
Some
something along those lines, some kind of whiskey.
Oh, boy.
But I just wanted to chime that in. All right, you're up.
All right.
What you got?
Let's talk about Disney movies and their Rotten Tomato scores. I'm going to skip down a little bit.
Okay, no, you jump wherever you
Yeah.
want. That's fine.
But
my question is, you had this list on here, but do you have the scores up?
I don't, but I can look them up really easily. But I want to talk about this because I saw this on YouTube when I was in a YouTube hole.
You're right.
And I was shook by the scores that these movies got, like on Rotten Tomatoes. And I think you will be as upset as I was.
Here's the thing. I learned a long time ago that I can't judge or give a shit about what someone else thinks about a movie. Just because, there's a lot of movies I love, that get terrible scores, terrible ratings. We all know that. I have a ton of those movies. I also have a lot of movies that I hate that other people love, and they're acclaimed for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I
But
won't be shocked.
let's just take some guesses.
All right. Let's play the guessing game.
You want to take? Let's just take some
Sure,
guesses.
let's play this game.
So we'll start with Robin Hood, the
animated.
Disney, the
All right,
Disney
it's
one.
a good movie. I love the movie.
I do as
It's
well.
not my favorite, but it's really entertaining.
It's very good. What do you think their Rotten Tomato score is?
I'm assuming the ones you're bringing up are low, so I shouldn't shoot high.
Don't shoot high, no. This one's not as bad.
All right, 30 something was coming in my mind, but since you said it's not that bad,
not
I'll
that
say 72,
Nope.
59,
Lower.
37.
Higher.
Okay, after that many guesses, I don't have to keep
no.
going. You can just say it.
54.
Okay,
Which
That's-
I think is very unfair.
that's a terrible review.
That's
a variable number.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
It is a good movie.
It was made in 1973. So, like,
Well, most of the Disney movies that are the best are old.
yeah, they're older, but like, I think it's such a good movie, and I think that is a completely unfair score.
Okay, I agree.
Okay, next is
What else we got?
the Rescuers.
Rescuers, I'm going to go ahead and say it's a 27.
Hold on one second.
Because no one likes that movie
No.
except me. Now, most people like The Rescuers Down Under because it is the better movie, entertainment-wise.
Oh, do you want to do that one too?
Sure. But yeah, I'm going to go say 27 or 19. Like, it's low. I guarantee you it's low.
I remember being like super low. Oh no! Well, the Rotten Tomato score isn't bad.
Okay, so
I
what is
definitely
it?
thought it was lower than this. 81.
Oh, so it's a...
It's a good one.
So everyone out there, if you like Robin Hood, you will hands down love
The Rescuers.
The Rescuers 30-some% more.
Clearly,
There we go.
according
All right.
to Rotten Tomatoes.
So that's actually a well-ranked movie
Mm-hmm.
that you just hate. So you wanted to put it on there and be like, "Oh, it's so
did.
low.
That's
it's some,
my fault.
It's some shit."
My fault. Actually,
I guarantee that
you're not gonna hate the score for the Rescuers Down Under.
The
either.
Rescuers Down Under is in its 90s. It's 97,
Absolutely not.
94. It's in its 90s, isn't it?
No,
It's not?
no.
Really? It's the better
Absolutely
movie.
Not.
It's a better movie.
It's 70%.
Okay, that's the I don't know.
That's not terrible.
I don't know the range of it. Like
It's out of 100.
I know that, but I don't know like how many movies fall. Now, is this viewer
this is-
ratings or them ratings?
This is them ratings. This isn't viewer
and I've
ratings.
heard that they are very political.
Rotten
like,
Tomatoes.
Yeah,
I have not heard
they
that.
used to be whatever, but now I feel like I heard that somewhere where like they're being very like favoritism for some things. I don't know. I could be making that up. I make up a lot of things.
Now, some of our favorites, or one of our, we both love this movie. This is, you sometimes say this is your favorite movie.
Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company.
Is it high or low?
It's meh.
It's 60.
Lower.
What? 47.
50.
No.
No.
Yeah, Billy Joel.
It's Billy Joel music.
Here's the thing.
It's
Here's the thing.
incredible music.
Most people
I
haven't
love
seen
it.
that movie.
Yeah, but this isn't about. This is Rotten Tomatoes. It's like that's their.
Well,
critics.
maybe that's why they haven't seen the movie, because they go on Rotten Tomatoes and they say it's shit.
I don't.
Because 50% is shit. Anything less than that is real shit. But like giving someone a 50%, that's not passing.
That is not.
Well,
passing.
it might be nowadays and whatever schooling
it's
goes
not
on.
It's not passing.
All right.
Okay.
What else
So-
you got? Little Mermaid's ranked 12 or whatever.
I don't remember. Little
It don't matter.
Mermaid's super high.
We're falling into some hole now.
we are. That's really the only
Oh, this is going to be Shaded Quarter, where for an hour we
look up Rotten Tomato scores and guess
yell about it.
and yell about it. Yep. That's really it. Those are like the three main ones. But like Oliver and Company was the one that I was most upset about. Like because I think that's such a good movie.
It is. It's a
And
very
the
good movie.
music
But
is incredible.
here's the thing: I don't understand. I guess maybe it's the generation or something, where I forget what it's called. It's like the second. I don't know. Someone's listening knows. It's like the second Renaissance or some stupid title. Disney movies are made in certain eras, and they're classified as certain things. For whatever reason, the ones that have, like, Oliver and Company and all, they just fall away, and no one watches them. No one hears about them. I don't know why, and I don't know how. These are good movies. Same thing with Hercules. No one gives Hercules any kind of shit, but it's a good movie.
But I think here's the thing about Hercules.
The cartoon was more the cartoon series was more well received than the movie.
So I think that Hercules was one of those that wasn't appreciated when it came out in theaters, but I think 90s kids particularly embraced it. Or, like, not 90s kids, early 2000s kids really embraced it, which is why the show did so well. Like,
was it in the 2000s? I thought it was in the 90s.
It came out in 1997.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is...
It was over by the 2000s.
What I'm saying is, I think it's one of those movies that was not well received in theaters, but once you got to, like, those 2000s kids, like the early 2000s kids, I think they... took that movie more so than others.
Are you still on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yes.
Of course you are. Fievel Goes West, American Tail. Need to know this because this is a very important movie to me.
You said Fievel Goes West?
Yeah, well, I mean, they both are.
And American Tail, yeah.
But just tell me.
54.
For which?
Fievel Goes West.
Okay. What's the regular American? I don't even... If the third, fourth, and 800th sequel of Fievel got higher than that, I don't even want to know because that's just trash. What is American Tail?
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Well, our listeners are like patiently
71%. So
okay,
the first,
so that, all right,
it's not
all
as
right.
bad.
Not many people like the sequels, but I mean, Fievel Goes West is.
I just really love the song "There Are No Cats in America" from An American Tail.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs ever because it's Russian mice singing about the fact that there'll be no cats in America.
It's a good movie, but here goes to show that Rotten Tomatoes scoring is stupid.
It is. I agree. I think Rotten Tomatoes' scoring is just ridiculous. I don't appreciate it. Actually, Fievel and An American Tail and American Tail, Fievel Goes West are the only two that have ratings. The Treasure of Manhattan Island.
I don't know any of these.
And The Mystery of the Night Monster
there's like
don't have ratings.
5 American Tales. I'm not watching. There's 400 Beethoven movies.
Land Before Time.
That's true.
There's like 50 million of them.
I haven't seen them all, but I feel like I'd still watch them.
I wouldn't.
Why?
The first one is depressing.
They're all depressing.
I know.
Well, in the beginning, someone's got to die.
It's so sad.
That was that Amblin?
I believe so.
Oh, that wasn't Bluth. That had to have been Amblin. Yeah, it was Amblin. It had to have been. I don't.
But yeah, that was one thing.
What else you got?
Okay. What music of genre of music do you like? I wanted to talk about this because
why?
Because you're weird.
Okay. The funny thing is, like I said, I was on the Zoom call with Bobby and friends, and someone suggested because he was looking for things to spice up his channel, and we were like, "You're already doing everything. Like, we can't ask for more," but we did anyway. And someone suggested that he does him and Laura, his wife, do a Bobby Boogie Bop where they talk about music, and someone suggested that they go one against one, switching turns, playing the music that they like, knowing that the other person won't like it. And it's just funny that you brought it up now, but I don't have a genre of music that you can say is me, because I like classic rock, Tom Petty, Led Zeppelin, love them. I like jazz. Charlie Parker I played tenor sax, even though he played alto. He was my inspiration for all the crazy shit I did in jazz band, not drugs. What? Uh,
Heavy
hip
metal.
hop. Well, we'll save the best for last. We'll save the best for last. Hip hop. I like the old stuff. Method Man, Timberland and Magoo, Bone Thugs.
Genuine.
Only one album. I only like his 100% Genuine album. I've learned that. I can't get into anything else. I don't know. Even like the song that I fell in love with that album was, mind you, we'll skip back in time. I bought the CD. Turns out Timberland did produce the CD, and he did the one song "What's So Different" for the Godzilla soundtrack, and they're just using the Godzilla roar in the background. Have you heard that? I made you listen to it,
Yes,
but
I
you can't
have.
always like pick it up
Yes.
unless you know, and it's just roaring. I'm like, what? Only he can do it, and it worked out great. However, I scratched that CD a lot. It was all scratched up. I put it to the side. It wouldn't play. I put it aside and just let it sit. And somehow it magically fucking healed itself. Because I, like, a week or two later, I put it in the CD player and it worked. Now, that's a sign that that's a good album, I guess. I don't know. So I like that. What other? I like country. That's not. No. I like. I don't like country. Okay, I don't like country, but I like certain country songs.
You have like a speckle of like.
It's got to
some
be
country
very
songs.
specific. That's the problem with me. Like I don't like like normal genres. I like specifics. Like so for country, Hootie.
Darius Rucker, yes.
I love Hootie, even though he doesn't like to be called Hootie.
Darius Rucker, yes.
Even though I really love his real name, but he's Hootie. I don't. I can't. I have a
like
playlist of like 6
you
songs.
only like the one Brad Paisley song,
the cover.
The cover.
For the Justified
Harlan
album.
County, yep.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is a great song, but
Um,
you only like that one Brad Paisley song.
And like, there's a few songs off of the Justified album I like, but they have to be. They have to be. I don't even know because that song's not very.
You have no rhyme or reason.
No.
You just like certain country songs.
They can't usually be sappy. They got to be catchy, and they got to be somewhat upbeat. And if you got something that sounds like a banjo in it, it's a good thing.
It's a winner for you.
It's a good thing. What other genres besides heavy metal that am I missing?
I think
that's about it. Okay,
Other
so
than heavy metal,
heavy metal, and it's not even heavy metal.
it's not.
It's new metal. They're put in the same genre as like Korn and all. Just so you know, and Marilyn Manson.
I could see why they would be.
Okay, so there's a band. I love them so much. Saw them in concert once, maybe twice. I don't remember, but it was great. They fired everybody except for like they hired new people. They fired everybody, but they had a classically trained piano player. They had like good drums. They had everything else perfect. And it's Mushroom Head. Now, if you don't know who Mushroom Head is, you probably are not going to go look up at their music now, because if you don't like, I wouldn't say it's screaming. You say it's screaming.
I think
but
it's,
when I think of screaming, I think
it's
of
not
like
like-
the high pitched scream. Now, the one guy has a higher pitched
It's
voice,
not-
and he sings with a raspy.
it's not like an emo music scream.
No, because I don't listen to that shit.
No, but it's very indicative of like Korn. Korn
Kinda-
is
here's the
very
thing.
like rough, screaming, like angry.
Well, I'm not talking. I'm talking about Nothing singing. The high pitch. He sings with like a
Oh yeah.
crackly voice, kind of. Now, J-Man is the one who sings very. He doesn't sing. He raps kind of, and he has a low yell.
Yeah.
That's like a very angry thing, but it's not like you can still hear what he says. It's not like Lamb of God, or I can't think of anything else, which is just
Thrice.
like maybe I don't
Yeah.
know these things, and it's just like inundating with yelling and things you can't quite understand. If you listen to Mushroomhead, one, you hear the really good guitar, you hear the piano underneath, you hear like a melody, even though it's done in a minor. So it sounds creepy, like you say, and it gives you anxiety.
It gives me anxiety. Like, I don't know what it is.
I don't either, 'cause I think it's great.
But the music just makes me anxious. It gives me like that like feeling of like a knot in my chest. I don't get it.
Those songs I can listen to. They'll cheer me up. Anything. They're my good. When I'm angry, I listen to them. When I need cheered up, I listen to them. When I'm in a good mood, I listen to them.
They're your favorite band.
Well, yeah, they're one of mine.
I would say that and Tom Petty is your favorite.
And well, Led Zeppelin's up there too. But yeah. So yeah, I listen to everything. But all right. So what else you got?
Next thing I got is your vehement hatred of even the slightest amount of pepper on anything. Not pepper the spice, pepper the vegetable.
Okay, what's the problem with that?
It's just I can't put so this comes from the fact that I made fried rice this week.
Yes, and it was good.
And I put a tiny
No, you didn't.
amount of red pepper. Yes, I did. It was one tiny little cocktail pepper.
You had yellow pepper in there too.
Okay, 2 little cocktail peppers.
You is lying.
Okay, 2 little cocktail peppers.
I didn't even see the red. All I saw was the yellow pepper in mine when I ate it. And
be that as it may, 2 little peppers.
Pepper is very strong, and it absorbs into. What did you make?
Fried rice.
Okay. Is rice known to absorb?
Yes.
Okay. So it's absorbed all that.
You
and
also
all I could taste was the goddamn pepper. And I don't like pepper.
Also the bones of my pizza tonight.
I tasted pepper. I don't like. First of all, I don't like my food to touch. Never did. Never will. And I don't like pepper. There's some things I just don't like. Pepper, pickles. What else?
Pickles, most definitely.
Yeah, that's my enemy.
I think just pepper, pickles,
Pepper,
beets.
pickles, beets, onions.
No,
unless they're fried.
Unless they're cooked. You don't notice like cooked onions either.
I notice them. One, they have to be diced tiny.
Like very, very fine. Yes.
And if there's a little bit cut up and put into something, it's not as strong as pepper.
No.
And I can deal with it.
Bell peppers, I will agree, have a little bit of bitterness to them, but still.
Okay. Well, I don't like them, and I don't want to eat them. So I'm sorry when you put them in rice, and I don't want to eat the rice.
Ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
How's it ridiculous?
You should eat it anyway.
If you had food you didn't like, I wouldn't make you eat it. Would I? But you eat everything.
There's very few foods I don't like.
Okay. What are some foods you don't like so I can make you eat them?
I actually don't like raw green peppers, but I like green peppers on pizza.
Who eats raw green peppers?
Lots of people on salads and stuff.
You don't put pepper on salad.
Lots of people put peppers on salad.
No, you don't. That's stupid.
I don't like... That's really about it. Like, there's
you didn't like breakfast sausage, but we changed that.
Yeah, I like breakfast sausage now. I like regular sausage now. I like... Yeah, there's very few things that I don't eat.
Okay, see that, and I'm very picky.
I don't like.
I'm not very picky. I'm picky.
I don't like refried beans. That's about it.
See, okay, well, you can't change me.
You
know that by now. I can't. I'm not going to eat it.
I know. I'm well aware. I'm trying to expand your palate.
Look, I've made it 30. It'll be 35 years, and I haven't changed my palate. It ain't changing now.
Oh, dear Lord.
Every now and then I'll try something.
I know.
Beets. And you see how that turned out.
Please do not base all of your experiences on your experiences with beets.
Whether or not I'm going to base it, I'm definitely going to compare them and bring beets up every single time.
That's not fair.
It's completely fair.
It's one bad experience with a root vegetable.
Nope. There was 2. It was 2 bad experiences with that same fucking vegetable in the same week.
I should have spaced out your experience with beets more. I agree.
You can start with never and finish with never. They're spaced. Very far apart.
You're gonna eat beets again at some point.
The fuck I am.
I I want to decorate jack-o'-lanterns, and I want you to make me a super fancy one because I assume you can because you're an artist.
When I worked in the nursing home, we would do not jack-o'-lantern. Well, competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I always won because I was the only one who had any kind of artistic talent. But I would go all out on building. Like I wouldn't carve them because then they go
you're
bad
not
quicker.
Nursing homes and hospitals because when I used to work in a hospital,
No, it was
the
staff.
competition.
No,
Anyway.
it was staff.
Yeah.
So you take it home, you carve it. You can't give that cutlery to people. But
Oh,
no, you could cut into them.
Really?
Yeah.
At our hospital, you were for our pumpkin decorating, and it was staff. It wasn't patients. For our pumpkin decorating, you couldn't cut into them.
Oh no, you do anything you want to them. And like I'd have clay where I built arms and everything. So, yeah. Pay attention to me. Don't look at the dog cuddling with a
It's really cute.
with a stuffed animal from Oliver and Company.
He's cuddling with Cheech, which is another dog.
Mhm.
It's another Chihuahua, and he's a Chiweenie.
Okay,
It's
yeah, we get
really
it.
Cute.
Yeah,
Okay.
but when I'm talking to you and you're staring at him and not saying anything, might as well just talk to myself.
Well, that's what you do a lot anyway. That's
No,
what
no,
I
no,
do a
no,
lot.
no. Don't get that confused. I do not talk to myself. That's not me in this relationship. All right?
That's mean. I do talk to myself, but
Yeah, I remember the first time I figured that out. And you remember too, don't you? Because you were as traumatized as I was. So, we first start living together. And here's the thing. Anyone out there, if you have someone you love, move in with them as soon as possible so you get to learn the things that you never knew. So we moved in together. And I feel like I figured this out after we got married because we only we moved in 1 month before we got married.
No, you figured it out before we got married.
I don't remember, but I remember this. I'm laying in bed, and the bathroom's out the bedroom door, and it's right, it shares the same wall with the bedroom. So I hear you talking on the phone. I'm like, why the fuck is she talking on the phone while on the toilet? This is just weird. Who's she fucking talking to? So I get up. I knock on the door, and it got quiet. I open the door. It's just you. There ain't got no phone in your hand. I'm like, what is going on? And you just got this look on your face. You're like, uh-oh, he found me with porn or something like that. And you're just like, I was just talking to myself. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You talk to yourself more than anyone I've ever known.
Listen, you just haven't lived with enough people, all right?
You know other people who talk to themselves like
Yes.
that? Who?
My mother.
Okay, well, you can't go with bloodline. Evidently, it's passed down.
Clearly. Well, listen,
It's just weird. It's weird.
the best conversations I've ever had were with myself.
Wow. Well, now, okay, fine. Then I'm done talking.
I'm
Okay,
just kidding.
this podcast is just going to be Poe talking to herself. It's not even going to be a setup. I'm just going to put a recorder on you, and when no one's home, and you just fucking ramble or do whatever you want, you give yourself pep talks and all this other shit. That's what we're going to put up. I'm not even going to be on this because clearly I'm not a good conversationalist. I got it.
Untrue.
Cool.
Listen, so when I get angry and I obviously don't lash out, I don't talk back to people, I just yell it to myself later.
No. Here's the thing. It's not always. No, you have full conversations. Look, when you.
They're not conversations. They're
yes, they are.
talking points.
They're a conversation. When I would.
Make me sound like a lunatic.
Well, you talk to yourself. So when you went to work, because you work from home now, but before then, when you got up early and I was still asleep, I would wake up when you were getting ready and you're downstairs, and I can hear you having conversations with yourself while you're making breakfast, while you're eating breakfast, and right before you come upstairs. Girl, you talk to yourself a lot. It is what it is. Like, that's what you do. It's not like they say crazy people talk to themselves. That's not true. But it's just, like, I've never had that. So when we moved in, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I
tried to go back to the bedroom and climb out the window to get the fuck away. But it was the
Clearly.
second story, and
Yeah,
I'm not.
nope.
I'm not doing that. So I guess I'm stuck.
I guess it's like it just comes from a place where I hate. I hate quiet and silence, and I
Yes,
don't like
and I
it.
don't
And
understand
I feel, and
'cause
I
I love
need
it.
to fill the void with something, and sometimes it just has to be myself.
Okay.
What can I say?
You say a lot, evidently. What else? What else you got brewing?
Favorite podcasts?
Here's the thing. You put that down there. I feel like we've gotten into the whole thing where we talk about a lot. Every podcast we talk about the same podcast that we listen to. So that one, I changed that if you look. And it's not okay, so I'll give my shout out to the podcast I listen to like every other episode we do. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Yes.
The group of 3 guys, they're good. And Off the Mats podcast with Dante, who me and him talk on Instagram all the time. We start our podcast together basically at the same time, and it's like he's done podcasts before all this, but it feels like we're like brothers going through this. And it's very cool to have someone to talk to like that. And he does martial arts, where Nerd Rage Radio, if you can't gather, they talk about nerd stuff. But he talks about martial arts sometimes, and a lot of other times it's just shooting the shit like us. Which at some point I'm going to go down there because he's in Maryland. I'm going to be on his. He's going to come up here once I knock out the wall, because I feel like I just want him to come in and see in my head it finished.
Okay.
So I need the bookcases up because this is not presentable to another nerd. I can have other people come down and like who don't know anything, be like, oh, okay. But if I have someone
who knows
of importance, shall we say, come down here, they're gonna be like, okay, why is all this shit cluttered, all this other stuff? I can't. Not with my OCD. Ain't gonna fly.
No.
So I gotta have the room ready just for him. All right, Dante. So I'm waiting, but I'll come down. I'll be on yours. Because he drinks on his, and I'm not running it, so I'm gonna be drinking.
Obviously.
So we're gonna, because he was in Delaware for a little bit, so we'll shoot the shit about that, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, but we always talk about a couple podcasts. Now, my thing for you is, what instead of the podcast we like, why? What makes a good podcast in your eyes?
In my eyes, it has to be, I guess, good banter or good storylines to follow. So,
Okay.
like, I do say this all the time now that I even think about it. I listen to a hot dog and sandwich with the...
I feel like every episode we talk about these same podcasts.
And what I like about their podcast is the banter. Like, their banter is just really good. And although they go off on tangents, they have like one succinct storyline that they go with.
Right.
Or one succinct argument that they're following. So, I mean, I like the banter, I guess. The banter has to be good. Like for
you like the what's the word? When not sustenance. When a story has a lot of, I'm sounding like an idiot.
No, you're not.
No, I am, because you're not inputting anything.
I mean, sustenance, I think, is what you're.
Sustenance is when you eat food.
I mean, you could be sustenance could go for this. Like it's like meaty.
I'm not really good with words. If anyone hasn't noticed, I just keep moving my hands around
What do you
until
mean,
someone
like,
says something.
Do you mean like the story has
it doesn't matter. I don't know.
I don't know what you're trying to say. That's
words
the problem.
fail me every single moment of every single day, so
No,
it don't
they
matter.
don't.
Maybe if I talk to myself, I'd get words better.
Exactly. That's what you should do. You should start talking to yourself.
Anyway, so what?
So basically, I just think that the people that are on the podcast need to have a good chemistry together. For example, like.
But you like the story line.
But I also like a
straight, theme.
A theme, yes.
Okay.
So like a hot dog is a sandwich is about food.
Right.
I like that.
We don't have a theme.
We don't have a theme.
So what you're saying is we're a terrible podcast.
I just wouldn't be if I didn't know us.
You wouldn't listen.
I wouldn't listen.
Someone just downloaded, I assume by accident, from Canada. I don't know. From British Columbia.
Okay.
So I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, but if you like this kind of banter, I would say that you probably would listen.
But you wouldn't.
Also, you have to have like a relatedness to it. So like, I like food podcasts because I went to culinary school and I know a lot about food. If I was to come upon like us, except other people, I might like that. Like, Bobby's show with Laura, I'm interested in with his wife,
Right.
because I feel like they're very similar to us relationship wise. So
Right.
I like that. I have a connection with that. So like I would listen to us because of that connection as well.
Okay. See, I don't. That's here. When I look, I don't need anything in it. I just have to like what I hear. Like, banter is good. You don't even have to talk about anything I even care about. Like, for instance, off the mats.
Mm-hmm.
When I listen to the ones that I know are talking about nerdy stuff or anything like that, and then when I get out of those, I go back and listen to the ones that if I'm falling behind. Otherwise, I listen to them when they ever come out. But like, there was one I forget that I didn't listen to, and it was all about martial arts. And the football one, I haven't listened to that one yet because he told me to turn it off. I have no interest in it, but for some reason, like I enjoy, like I like his voice. I like he's the charisma he has and everything. I'm as picky with podcasts as I am with music.
I think
but I don't know why. Like,
I think I'm more picky with podcasts than I am with music,
Well,
because there's a lot of music that I like, but
I like I
I'm
listen
more
to
picky.
I listen to some podcasts that I have no interest in, but I just like hearing the people talk, and it's just interesting to listen to other people's point of view, even if I have no interest in whatever they're talking about. So I don't even understand.
I mean, I think it's just a matter of, and here's the thing that I think that people that I have, not even people, just me, I think it's harder to get into a podcast than into like a TV show, because I think podcasts it's all about listening. So because
Yeah, but people are in their cars. The people are always plugged in.
yeah, but
They
I
listen
think,
to stuff more than they watch stuff.
but music is easier to listen to than podcasts, because podcasts take a longer period of time. They're either subject specific or not specific at all. And I think that it really depends on the people that you're listening to.
I found that our highest downloaded episode was episode 6, I think, where the title was Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica. And I know people were only listening to it because of the title. So now from now on, I'm just going to put famous things as the title and see if I can trick people.
Just downloading our podcast.
So this one, right now, The Office is popular. There's a lot of things that are popular. So this one is I'm just gonna call this something that has to do with Star Wars. Like Star Wars, the lost episode, special guest, George Lucas. I don't know. I'm just gonna trick people into listening to our shit. And then I'm going to enjoy the comments. Motherfucker, this had nothing to do with this. You made me listen. I listened to
I downloaded this podcast.
I listened for 2 hours, and you didn't even mention Star Wars once, and there was no special guest. So I'm going to trick motherfuckers.
That's mean.
Yep.
I wouldn't do that.
Why?
That's mean.
What?
I don't want to trick people into listening to us.
Then they'll listen and be like, oh my God, I love these guys so much. I want to listen to them all the time.
I'm interested in Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally's podcast.
Yeah, we've talked about that. It's
In
hit or
bed.
miss. Again,
In bed with Nick and
that's
Megan.
the problem. Like, if you're talking, I'll enjoy it. But if you have a guest, like these famous people who do it, if you have a guest I don't like, I'm not going to listen to it.
Yeah, like I was listening to Literally with Rob Lowe, and we were talking about that one, and I tried to
It's
listen.
hit or miss.
It's really hit or miss, because it really depends on his guest and how he talks with his guest too.
Yeah. Come on, Center. Jump up. Hit the microphone stand so it makes a loud clang noise.
But yeah, so that's my feeling on podcasts. Also, I just speak for myself when I say, like, it's harder for me to listen to a podcast than anything else.
It's easier to listen to a podcast when the podcast starts.
Yes.
So people need to start listening to ours now so they don't fall even further behind.
Of course. Yeah. Also, I like audiobooks more than I like listening to podcasts, and I don't know why that is.
I don't know. I only listen to it. I only have a few audiobooks I listen to, and I haven't even done that.
I love audiobooks.
I just listen to my Amazon playlist or like the podcasts. I said in the car, and that's really the only, unless I'm doing housework, that's the only time I'm listening to stuff. Because I don't like to.
You like quiet.
I don't like things going on. Like a lot of people, when they're working on stuff, they have a TV show. Like if you're doing diorama work, drawing, I listen to music sometimes, but not even lately. I haven't been. But like they have things going on in the background. I can't have that. I need to focus and no distractions.
Yeah.
I like my silence. Silence is wonderful.
I hate silence.
I'm completely comfortable with myself in my head. That's my thing.
Nope, I'm not. I need noise. I need distractions.
Okay. What else you got on your list of things?
I think that's all I got.
That's all you got?
I think that's all I got.
No, we got to have more than that.
That's all I got. The rest is your stuff.
Oh, the one I wanted to bring up. First of all, I saw another article about we take our animals to the vet very regularly. The cat, we do it. We don't do it very regular. If he's sick, or once every 2 years, right, for his shots and everything. Because if something's wrong with him, I'll be able to tell. I'm usually good with that. Dogs go every year, and every year they keep saying, "Oh, you got to do this, 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 and this for the flea and tick." We stopped giving the dogs flea and tick, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Maybe even 3 years ago. Because that's when they had all the problems with seizures, death, everything like that. We keep going to the vet. They keep saying, you got to do this. Yet, the other day, I just saw more dogs are dying from another flea and tick shampoo. So what the fuck's going on? I'm not giving anything to my dog that could cause that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And it's like the vet says it every time. They're like, you should really give your dog flea and tick medicine so they don't get bitten by a tick.
Yeah, and my thing is, okay, which one should I give to him? Oh, well, you should do this one. This was really good. Okay, I will buy this from you. But I need you to sign a waiver saying that if my dog gets sick, seizure, or die, you are paying for the medical bills and pain and suffering for me. Are they going to do it?
Probably not.
No, they're not going to do it. Because there's a chance that the animals could get horribly ill or die from this stuff. It's not a good thing. And I've yet to find anything. I'm sure there's like homeopathic stuff we could put on them. I don't know. But I don't want them getting diseases, but I also don't want them having seizures and getting ill from the chemicals we're putting on them.
Yes, I agree. It's a hard decision.
So that worries me. And then other than that, our YouTube channel.
Yes.
So in the very first episode we talked about this, and I was going to have you do reviews. 5 minutes and under reviews of toys once a week, but they haven't been happening. I've been posting our podcasts to YouTube, and they're getting very, very minimal views. What like I don't want this not to be fun. We're doing this to have enjoyment. So I don't want to push anything that is a stressor. This podcast thing, it's not stress.
No.
It's the opposite. Sometimes I get stressed about coming up with things to say, but not usually. Usually we just talk about everything that happens the week. And with the amount of shit that happens,
yes, I know,
we have stuff to talk about. So that's not a stressor. However, this YouTube thing, with you doing reviews, I don't want to be over top of you being like, let's do this. We got to do this. We haven't done it in a week. Because this is your thing. But, like, what do you see? Where are you at?
I like doing it with you, but the problem is
when I work nights, I'm not here.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time together when that happens.
When I am here, like on my weekends, we're doing housework or whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'd like to do it in the long run, but it's like, again, it's just finding the time to do it together.
And they're so easy that the problem is we got to sit down and be able to do it because we can knock out a bunch
Yeah.
in one.
I
They're only
think-
5 minutes.
I think it's just a matter of like sitting down and doing like 5 or 6 of them at a time
right.
instead of doing just 1 or 2.
Right. And that way, if we do like 5,
Like
we can record again the following week and just have a backlog of them.
Yes, exactly.
But we got to
Well,
sit down and do it.
Yeah, we
That's
just
the
have
problem.
to figure out a time we can. Yeah.
So I don't know where that leaves the YouTube page
It'll be
whatsoever.
back. It'll be back.
Okay. So, but the problem is you got to keep uploading, otherwise it gets thrown away. Like it
Oh.
falls out of. You got to keep like every week. You got to keep
Well,
doing
we'll
it.
do it soon.
All right.
We'll do it soon. We'll figure out like we'll block out some time and do it together soon.
Okay. Another thing from the Hasbro release is, I know you probably didn't see them, but there's the trilogy. We watched War for Cybertron Siege.
Yes.
Next series is Earthrise. The final one is Kingdom. They've released the images of the first wave of Kingdom,
Okay.
and they look good,
Ooh.
but
All right.
they ain't cheap,
I'm sure.
which I don't understand. Megatron, the dinosaur Megatron from Beast Wars, is like $54. So he looks good, but you got Cheetor, Black Arachnia, Rat Trap, Optimus Primal, and I feel like I'm going to end up buying all of them and just having. They're not as good as the Masterpiece, not even close. But I mean, I could always just
But
keep them in animal form because I don't have any of them displayed in animal form.
Yeah.
So I might just do that.
It is your favorite run of Transformers. So
Yeah, so I feel like I have to
you have to.
go in. But all in all, it's not expensive because the small ones are only like $10. But then you got them. The most expensive is the $54, and then I think Optimus Primal is like $30. But in the scheme of things, that's change compared to what
Compared to what
the other
other
ones I buy.
Yeah.
So
Pittance.
what pittance?
It's a pittance.
Oh, we were talking about jack-o'-lanterns. We
Yes.
jumped off of that completely.
Yeah, we started talking about. You said you decorated them.
Yeah, but I remember anyway. So I told you about this before. I want to do what I would like to do is you go to the store and buy, because they do it all the time. You buy the
Foam ones.
not the foam ones, the ones we used to carry around as kids,
Okay.
and
yeah.
you collect candy, the buckets,
Yes.
and you fill full of concrete.
Yes.
Well, I want you to pick them up. We'll fill them full of concrete, and then rip off the thing, and I'll custom paint them with like spray paint.
Okay.
And I think that might look good. And then we'll have them every year.
That's true.
And I can I'll do my normal application of spray paint where
Yeah, it
be,
looks really cool.
like drips and all kinds of stuff. So it won't just be like a plain. Well, we'll have a plain one, but I'll have like purple and crazy color ones that look cool.
Okay.
I'll try it. So I try to find some, but they were like small.
They have them at Walmart.
Okay. So we'll pick them up, and anything else like that, and I'll just I'll pick up some Quickcrete and do that.
That just sounds really cool. I like that idea.
I keep saying it, and I like the do-it-yourself things the videos that they do on Facebook for like Halloween decorations and all. So if we could just get into that, it's the shit's super easy.
Yeah,
So-
and it looks fun.
Yeah. So, all right, you got I don't know. You got anything else?
Nope, I think
For
that's
this
it
episode?
for this week.
Okay. Well, again, everyone who listens, thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed the show.
Thank you to
wait.
our wonderful listeners.
I forgot the most important thing.
What?
We got fan mail. How did I forget that?
Oh yes, the
yes,
fan
I
mail.
shouldn't have broke it to you ahead of time.
You shouldn't have.
But my apologies. Hold on. Let me look at this fan mail. So we had I'll say it again. Anyone who's listening, if you want to send any email, find us as my wife drops the microphone on her. Send an email, contact us through Instagram at DunkleX9, XNINE, but it's all posted. Or shadedcornermedia at Gmail. We'd love to hear from you. I know we've got some of our friends who listen in other states. really like it, want us to do it more than one time a week, that ain't happening. We ain't got
sorry,
that kind.
folks, we don't
We
have
ain't
that
got
kind
that
of
kind of time. But we do appreciate, because we love the feedback. If you have questions, if you want us to talk about anything, feel free to shoot us an email or contact us, anything like that, on any of those. But I got this email from a very important person.
This fan
They want
email.
to. It's not even a fan. I think they want to sponsor the show. And look, if you want to sponsor the show, please, by all means,
we are all
we will
for
take that
some
sponsorship.
sponsors.
I mean, if you want us to plug your product and get it out to the tens to 15 of people that listen, we will be glad to. But we got this email, and it's from a Mrs. I'm sorry if you're listening. I don't want to butcher your name. I'm very bad with names. But it's from a Mrs. Therese Ebo, EBO. And they sent us a really long email where it goes in saying, "Hi, my name is blah, blah, blah." I just said it. I'm not saying it again. I'm sorry, Mrs. Therese Ebo. But even though I said I'm sorry, but I still said her name.
Yes, just continue.
Whatever. She discovered an unclaimed abandoned fund totaling the U.S. $3.5 million in one of the bank accounts she runs. And she will send it to us, which is crazy.
That's so nuts.
Right?
I know.
A listener wants to send us $3.5 million. All I got to do is reply to this email with my name, contact address, phone number, date of birth, occupation, and then after that, she'll put it in, and then all I have to do is send her my bank account information.
Oh, boy.
And she will direct deposit.
She's going to direct deposit it for you.
I know people who have podcasts with more people than us that listen to it, and they don't get a sponsorship like this.
No. Millions of dollars.
$3.5 million.
What could go wrong?
Nothing. So anyone else there who's got millions of dollars who want to send it our way, please, we will plug your product. But, yeah. I found that in the spam thing. I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, we got a fan mail," and then turns out someone in some country doesn't say where she's from, but she's a listener. So, all right. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. We would love to hear from you.
Thank you.
If you want to reach out to us, please do.
We appreciate it.
Very much so. Hope you guys stay safe. Have fun.
Have a good week.
Yeah.
Easy fast for anybody that celebrates.
Yep. All right, guys.
Sometimes when the world is so sunny and people are a bore, I go to my shaded corner. My shaded corner. A place with all my favorite toys and games and movies and more. I go to my shaded corner. My shaded corner.